you remember those movies where the world is collapsing around us? The towers are falling down, there's dark grey clouds in the sky. People are running in all directions, scared, really scared. And there's robots creating havoc. They're fighting. They're taking our jobs. I feel we're living this movie. Some people believe we're living this movie right now. And that artificial intelligence is this big bad villain. It's not. I'd like to take today some time with you and share my perspective through my lens and share some reality with you. Technology is changing society in a big way. 11 years ago, the iPhone was invented. WhatsApp came along in 2009. These two big innovations fundamentally changed the way we live as society, the way we work, the way we play, everything. If you told my grandma way back that you're going to be walking around with a device, an object, like a walkie-talkie, you're going to take pictures of things, you're going to send the videos, and you're going to share it, all sorts of things, via your device. She'd think I was crazy. Yet we're living in that space right now. Innovation is very real and it's here. If we move across to talent, what about innovation and talent? The CEO of Google said, 10 years ago, the world was about being mobile first. The next 10 years are going to be about being AI first. Artificial intelligence is not the villain, right? So how do we adapt? If we think about it, machines actually were developed a very long time ago, nearly 100 years ago. The lie detector. It's invented by John Larson. That was a machine. That was a machine judging if somebody was telling us the truth or not. So why are we so scared about machines and AI and like it's going to take over the world and there's not going to be any jobs for us? Yes, technology is here and it's moving super fast. I think that's the biggest thing that I will say here today about how can we adapt, and how we adapt is really what's going to make us ready for the future and make us irreplaceable. It took the telephone 75 years to reach 100 million users. Angry Birds, 35 days. Right? This is technology. It's fundamentally, like I said, changing society. The fourth industrial revolution is really giving us options as a society. We're connected in so many more ways than ever before, which means that jobs really these days are more about lifestyle choices. People are actually looking for flexibility more and more these days. 38% of the US is right now is a freelance economy. That is huge, and it's growing every month. So jobs are no longer about something that we go to every day. Jobs are about adapting fast, upskilling, staying relevant. And some people say to me, I'm not really into all of this hype. Like, really? Did you think WhatsApp was really going to be this popular? Were we really going to be using it more than maybe BBM, for those of you who remember BBM? Right? But we did. We've adapted. Maybe at different paces. Some people have adopted things very fast. Others Like my mum and dad, not into technology, but they're all on WhatsApp right now, right? So it just proves even people who are not raised in a tech society are able to embrace technology. So AI and talent, going back to this. The innovation has always fascinated me in businesses. I've spent the last 4 years working in the recruitment industry. And before that, I've also built up various startups. I am used to, or was used to, going through piles of CVs like this. And I was just scratching my head. Where's my superstar? Is it in these thousands of CVs? I used to sit through weeks, months of interviews, and I just wished there was a way where we could get from this to this. So I've kind of looked at various scenarios. Why is this not happening? However, apparently AI is allowing us to cut months and weeks of this into this in days, right? Fundamentally changing the way companies will hire, which is, like I say, I would have wished for that type of solution. So this is where, and I think if we look at technology developments and going back to the technology side, everybody heard of Alexa? Right? Tech-savvy audience here. So Alexa is allowing visually impaired people to be able to play music for the first time from voice activation. Good blockchain has good purpose, right? It is allowing refugees to be able to be recognized through powerful iris technology to be able to get a job. Refugees whose documents, passports, birth certificates are all destroyed in war. Blockchain is now allowing them to have a digital identity. The forgetful husband who forgot his wife's anniversary can log onto an app, order some flowers, and with 1 hour, the flowers are there, the wife's happy, he's not going to get divorced. Right? So all these innovations are making big, powerful advantages for our communities in very, very good ways. So I bring you back to that point. How do we adapt? And if we remember the way the movie was at the beginning, I want you to think of something different. I want you to create a brighter, sunnier, happy movie. I want you to be walking through happy and enjoying life, and letting the robots take care of the boring stuff. The 4 E's. These are the things that are really going to make you different, right? And this is something that the robots will never have. Empathy, excitement, releasing endorphins, and also education, educating ourselves. So empathy, the robot's going to come and sit down next to you and see that you're sad. No. Excitement, is the robot going to jump up and down when your son is playing football and he might lose a screw or two? Is he going to go to the gym? Or is he going to do an MBA from Harvard? So these 4 things are what will make you as humans irreplaceable. Technology has also created so many jobs around us. Look at the giants of the world, Apple, the Googles. They are employing. There's been thousands of jobs created around the world because of these new systems. Digital media, digital marketing didn't exist a few years ago, right? And now they're employing a large proportion of the world. So again, adaptability, open-mindedness, stay ahead, upskill. Right? So if you feel that something's going a certain way, be ahead and upskill. And this applies to all of us, even if you're an accountant. Right? Learn about the latest developments and things that are happening. So let's go back to the movie and the picture. I want you to imagine a sunnier, happy environment where you're floating about, spending time with the quality people in your life and the ones that you love, letting the robots take care of all the boring things so you have free time. And I want you to create that. And I want you to live in a world which is happily, intelligently, ever after. Thank you.